sustainability and resilience. Furthermore, we have strengthened and scaled up our partnership with industry to ensure our trainees are exposed to real-world challenges, technologies, and work environments. These collaborations are central to our dual training approach, where learners split their time between classroom instruction and hands-on experience in the actual workplaces. This model, sir, not only enhances practical competencies, but also improves transition into the labor market. As we talked, a number of our trainees who were out there during the dual program have already been engaged to the point that the industry is feeling like they will lose if they go back to the institution. We recognize that employability is not achieved in isolation. It is the outcome of sustainable, structured engagement between training institutions and industry players. As key stakeholders in the TVET ecosystem, industry partners contribute to curriculum design, provide industrial attachments, mentor trainees, and co-develop solutions that align training with evolving market demands. This synergy is essential in producing a workforce that is both skilled and adaptable. I sincerely appreciate the Ministry of Education, particularly the State Department, for its steadfast support and visionary leadership. Your continued guidance, policy direction, and investment in technical and vocational education have been instrumental in advancing our mandate. It is through your commitment that institutions like RVTTI are empowered to innovate, to grow, and contribute meaningfully to the national development. In addition, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing committee of the 13th RVTTI International Conference. Without your dedication and meticulous planning, I want to believe that we would not be here today. I also acknowledge our esteemed partners and sponsors whose generous support has made this event possible. Special thanks go to our trainers, our support staff, our trainees whose commitment, creativity, and hard work continue to uphold RVTTI's reputation as a center of excellence in TVET. Your collective efforts are the driving force behind the success of this conference and the continued advancement in our institution. Sir, we are grateful that today, as we stand here, we celebrate the success story of what this conference has done in the past. Today, we have a number of products that are displayed and are for sale within and even without this institution, courtesy of the international conference. In hosting this annual conference, RVTTI reaffirms its unwavering commitment to sharpen the future of technical education in Kenya and beyond. We also emphasize the importance of meaningful interactions, networking, partnership, and active participation from all stakeholders throughout the 2 days of the conference. Together, these engagements foster collaboration and innovation that drive the TVET sector forward. We look forward to engaging with you in the next 2 days and look forward for more improved and advanced, impactful gathering in the near future. To all our presenters and participants, I extend our warmest welcome. Receive this coming from our hearts and coming from the whole community. This conference wouldn't be here if you were not there. We pray that this conference will act as a springboard for deeper collaboration, new research, and actionable reforms in TVET. Thank you for coming today. Allow me, our chief guest, to invite the editor-in-chief to introduce his team and to welcome the chair of RVTTI board. Karim.
Okay, our chief guest. Okay. Our chief guest, Madam Principal, Chair of the Board, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. mine is to welcome you to our 13th conference at RVTTI. But first, I may have to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Samuel Waweru. I'm the chief editor of TVET journal. And I have my editorial board members. Maybe they can stand. Maybe clap for them. I don't know whether they can be able to say their names from where they are. Please. Just the names.
My name is Dr. Jose Kiblagat.
I am Agnes Brown.
Dr. Mark Warden from South Africa.
Dr. Lucy Kapilogola from Kenyatta University. Dr. Selina Bruno, University of Belfast.
I'm Professor Lawrence F. Adedemi from Kwara State University, Nigeria.
We are from RVTTI.
Okay. As you can see, we have gone international. We have board members from all over Africa and even Europe. We have some members from Europe, chief guests, and some of them could not make it for this function because of other engagements. So this is a board that looks at your papers. When you send your abstract and your full papers, this board goes through them and vets them, and that's why we are here. This year we have been able to receive more than 100 abstracts, of which we vetted, and we got about 90 of these papers that will be presented during the conference. The rest that we didn't accept, we sent them with comments, and anytime you receive comments from us, take them positively because we are trying to help you to make it better. So not that the papers are bad, but what we do is send them back with comments so that you could improve on them. So as a board, we are so pleased to have you here. It is you who have made us to have this conference. Without the support that we receive from you, both local and foreign presenters, we are able to reach where we are. Our chief guest, as a journal, we have grown from a small journal with very few publications to now a full-grown journal where we have been registered. We have now even the DOI number. We are cross-referenced. So we are standing tall. If you compare with other journals in other institutions, even in the universities, we are standing very tall. So that's why we appreciate the support we are receiving from you. And I would say that we should clap for all of you who have been supporting us. Thank you very much. Our chief guest, we have been receiving papers from all over Africa. We receive papers as far as Nigeria. We receive papers from Germany. We receive papers from South Africa. So that's why we are calling ourselves an international journal. And of late, ladies and gentlemen, we have been getting a lot of support from postgraduate students who are doing their master's and PhD programs. Most of them are able to take advantage of this journal and they are able to publish their papers. Since it's a recognized journal, they are able to get the requirements, to satisfy the requirements for graduation. So we encourage you, if you're one of those who are taking your postgraduate courses, don't go far. Just come to a TVET, which will give you a chance to publish your work. We are going to launch our 10th journal in this conference. And our chief guest, that is what we are saying is a big achievement. For the last 10 years, we have been growing from strength to strength. Actually, as a journal, we focus on two main things. There is a research component and there is the innovation component. But from a TVET angle, innovation carries the day. For researchers, especially we that are in the universities, we do research so that we can have publications, and those publications will lead to promotions. I remember Prof. that saying, you either publish or you perish. That was the saying in the universities. But now in TVET, let us look at innovations. Innovations are very critical for us in the TVET industry, because innovations will lead to patenting, and from your patenting, you can go to commercialization. And that should be the main aim, especially those people who are out there doing the innovations. Think about how you can grow from that particular innovation that you have or idea, patent the idea, and commercialize. The benefits of commercialization is threefold. One, you benefit from it, money-wise, because you have to, when you sell your product, you get money. So you benefit as an individual through commercialization. The institution where you are, if you are in RVTTI, the institution will also benefit from that innovation, and the country at large, and the world over, because you can innovate something that you can sell all over, maybe even export to China, Europe, and America. So that's the beauty about innovation, and I wish to encourage from my editorial point of view, we need to support innovation as much as we can, because we can see the fruits. If you see some of the innovations that the students down there are enjoying, it's at least ideas that can be grown to very full-blown products that can sell out there, and the country will change. There will be definitely change through this kind of innovations. So we are happy for the growing interest in innovations, but we have to encourage these young people. I know we have trainers here, we have teachers, we have all those people. Try to encourage the youth to focus on innovations, because that's the future. That is more sustainable than just doing research for the sake of publication. Finally, our chief guest, I would like to thank all participants. I would like to thank first the management for the support they have been giving. I would like the support that we have been receiving also from the industry players, and also the participants who have been showing great interest in our journal, considering that of late most of the institutions, TVET institutions around here are having their own conferences within the year. But we have seen great support coming to us since, as you can see, we are now celebrating 13 years of this conference. So we are much older than the others. And therefore, that's why I think we have been still receiving the kind of support. Even with the competition around, we are receiving very good support. So we thank you so much for the support. I also wish to thank the editorial board for also the support they have shown. When called upon, they are always ready to come and help us to shape the way forward for the journal. So with those few remarks, I wish to welcome our chair of the board to give his remarks. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Our team that has profiled us beyond the borders. I want to take this opportunity to welcome, on behalf of our board, everyone to RVTTI. Our board, I think we have been in office for the last 4 years. I would want them to stand up and introduce themselves so that you can hear their voices. It's a very cohesive force. We work as one. Please be upstanding.
Good morning, everybody. Our chief guest, all protocols observed. My name is Dipen Bhatt. I'm a board member at RVTTI and in charge of innovation docket and also industrial linkage for this institution. My association with RVTTI has been over 15 years, and I'm proud to be a member of this board. Thank you.
is Edwin Sawarei. I'm the Chair Education, Training, Innovation, and Human Resource, a subcommittee of the board. Only one comment during this meeting. We've been here several for these international conferences. The challenge which we will leave to you to discuss today, tomorrow, Friday, is to actually turn these ideas into action. Let's move from the ideas to action. That is the challenge I'm putting across, and I was about to say congratulations and thank you, Chair, for your directives and the support for this international conference. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Carol Isaac, board member. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Susan Sam, and I'm part of the board.
Thank you very much, members of the board. I want to recognize some of our visitors. We have somebody representing the governor of our county, and I would like to give her an opportunity to greet us and do the representations of all the other visitors around.
Thank you very much. The chief guest, the board of management of this great institution, ably led by Professor Some, the principal of the institution, all invited guest participants from within and also from outside our still country. Good morning. My name is Marion Birgen. I'm the Chief Officer, Gender and Social Protection, Uasin Gishu County. I stand here to represent His Excellency the Governor for Uasin Gishu County. I will read his speech. His Excellency Dr. Jonathan B. Chelilim, the Governor of Uasin Gishu County, during the 13th International Conference held at RVTTI grounds on the June 11, 2025. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to join you today for the 13th International Conference hosted by this distinguished institution, a cornerstone of technology, vocational education, and training, TVET, in our region and beyond. Your reputation as a hub of excellence is the result of a year of dedication, innovation, and resilience. You are part of the center that shapes generations now and beyond. The theme of this year's conference, Shaping a Sustainable Future for enhanced employability and resilience, speak to a defining challenge of our time. As global economies shift, technology evolves, and traditional world models dissolve, we must ask ourselves, what kind of future are we preparing our youths? The truth is, the guarantee of employment after graduation has become a thing of the past. Today, even the most educated young people face joblessness. not due to lack of effort, but a lack of alignment between education and realities of the labor market. This is a social imperative, and if we do not act, we risk wasting the incredible potential of a generation. But if we respond wisely by rethinking how we can teach, what to teach, and why, then we can spark a wave of empowerment. It is a time to pivot from credentials to competence, from memorization to innovations, and dependency to entrepreneurial independence. This future holding to these who can adapt, create, and contribute with tangible skills. Dear ladies and gentlemen, as a county government, we are committed to walking this journey with you. Over the past 2 years, we have employed more than 2,500 individuals, many of them skilled young people from the TVET, institutions. Other interventions are really underway. Beyond formal employment, our ongoing county infrastructure projects, including the county aggregation and industrial parks, the expo processing zone, the affordable housing programs, and the Moiben market under the ESP are really real work training grounds. Ladies and gentlemen, shaping a sustainable future requires more than policy. It demands belief. It demands youth belief. It demands our education and belief in our collective responsibility to make this a reality. So today, I extend an open invitation, not just as a leader, but as a fellow citizen interested in shaping the future in technology. Let us all rise up and build our county through partnership, through action plans, and purpose to harmonize boundaries, energy, creativity, dissemination of information to the youth and also to the nation. And so I close with the words of Malcolm X, which echo powerfully in moments like this. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Thank you very much. On my own behalf, may I really thank this institution. I have not been here once, but many a times to witness great innovations, great interventions to the world of technology. I really extend my personal appreciation and really thank you very much for this opportunity, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much for your representation, and pass our greetings to our governor. Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to acknowledge our Principal Secretary's TVET, represented by Dr. Isalambo, who will give us the keynote. Welcome. On behalf of the board of RVTTI, I warmly welcome all distinguished participants, partners, presenters, and guests to the 13th RVTTI International Conference. This year's theme, Shaping a Sustainable Future for Enhanced Employability and Resilience, speaks directly to the evolving role of TVET in addressing global challenges and local aspirations. The sub-themes ranging from sustainable curriculum development and digital transformation to governance, leadership, and economic sustainability collectively reflect the holistic approach needed to prepare learners, institutions, and society for a dynamic and uncertain future. We are honored to host this vital dialogue and look forward to impactful engagements throughout the conference. This 13th edition challenges us to reflect deeply. How do we future-proof TVET for resilience and employability? As a board, we have focused on sustainable governance, ensuring that RVTTI is agile, accountable, and responsive to national and global demands. The Board of Governance of RVTTI has anchored its institutional oversight role in 3 pillars: sustainability, accountability, and strategic innovation. As we confront the socio-economic challenges of the 21st century, governance must be proactive, must be policy-aligned and performance-driven. As custodians of RVTTI's long-term vision, we understand that shaping a sustainable future requires not just competent management, but governance that is visionary and adaptive. We are proud to be active supporters of this annual international conference, which serves as a premier platform for interrogating emerging issues in TVET and proposing data-driven, innovative solutions. The support extended by the board encompasses financial, logistical, policy, and advocacy dimensions. We recommend the Department of Research and Development for its pivotal role in making this conference possible. And we remain steadfast in facilitating its continuous growth as a center of scholarly excellence. The board has strategically supported the mainstreaming of digital transformation. And I must mention here AI, Internet of Things, big data, and innovations across RVTTI's teaching and operational platforms. We have allocated resources to smart classrooms, a digital learning system, and a capacity building program that align the global education trends. If I pause here a little and say our center, we can be able to teach close to 20,000-30,000 students in one go online and be able to actually mastermind. So it's a question of time before we are doing national work. To the top management, we have provided an enabling governance environment and policy aligned to promote innovation, autonomy, and institutional growth. To our trainers and support staff, we have facilitated continuous professional development opportunities and workplace improvement initiatives that foster creativity, motivation, and performance. And to our most important stakeholder, the trainers, we have ensured creation of a holistic, learner-centered environment. Our policies and decisions are guided by the imperative to empower learners with the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes that need to become resilient, for them to become resilient, employable, and entrepreneurial citizens. A sustainable future is one where our youth can imagine and create viable livelihoods. And that future begins here at RVTTI. This conference stands as a testament to what collaborative governance, academic excellence, and innovation can achieve. Let us continue to build institutions that are not only centers of learning, but also engines of sustainability and development. I want to be happy to note our visitors and partners from Iran, from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Ethiopia. We welcome you and thank you for collaborating with us. I think our publication has been not only enriched, but has a very wide circulation by virtue of your presence. In conclusion, about 10 years ago, and our chief guest will remember this, we created a task force that looked into TVET, and I was privileged to chair among very prominent TVET practitioners. And we came up in Kenya with a TVET structure. Sometimes people forget it. Let me remind the people because I was part of this thing. At the very base of TVET in this country, we have institutions we call vocational training centers, VTCs. They are in our ward level. In Kenya, we have 1,450 wards. So we have vocational training centers. Technically, that will be 1,400. We have the next level of TVET at the technical and vocational college level. These are in constituency levels. Constituencies are people who represent us in parliament. We have 290 constituencies. So we look forward to seeing 290 technical and vocational colleges in the country. Then we have a polytechnic in each of our counties. Kenya is made up of 47 counties. And we have this distribution so that each county can be represented, each TVET can be represented in each county. And lastly, we have room to create 8 technical universities, one in each region. Most of us may have forgotten, but we used to have 8 provinces. Those provinces now translate to regions, and we are happy to note that at least 2 of these technical universities, and third one will be inducted or will be given charter in this next year. Technical University of Nairobi, Technical University of Mombasa, and now Dedan Kimathi Technical University will be on the making. This is work ongoing. And so seeing a lot of TVET people in the house, we have a journey to make and a destiny to arrive. I thank one and all for being able to come here, and it's now my pleasure to invite our chief guest, Dr. Isalam, on behalf of our peers.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, please be seated.
Thank you.
Prof, allow me to first introduce myself as a board member. I'm your board member. I'm also a board member representing the PS TVET in RVTTI, and I'm very happy to be a member. The governor was in Gishu County, represented by the CEC, chair of the Board of Governors for RVTTI, and the members of the board, chair of the editorial board for this publication, and the members, partners of RVTTI, a representative of the VC Baraton University, and the representative of the Open University of Kenya, Uasin Gishu County Commissioner or his representative, the Regional Director of Education, the Chief Principal, RVTTI, all TVET principals present, development partners, industry partners, ministry officials, our trainers, our trainees, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I stand here to represent the PS TVET, Dr. Esther Thara Moria, during this 13th International Research Conference of the Rift Valley Technical Training Institute. As protocol demands, I cannot speak on my own after reading the speech, so allow me to make a few remarks before I read the PS's speech. In the TVET space, I'm the director of competency-based education and training. Part of the reforms that Professor spoke about were the reforms in training in the TVET sector. We have not succeeded, but we have had innovations after innovation. And so this conference puts us in a good place to re-examine how we are conducting our training in TVET, the learning outcomes, and the benefits of TVET in this great country of ours. And I speak here at a time when we are implementing the latest innovation, which is modular curriculum. It's a government directive by the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, that from May of 2025, all TVET institution, public, private, will implement a modularized curriculum. What does it mean, modularized curriculum? It simply means that the previous curriculum has been organized into bits and pieces that speak to the full curriculum. Why the innovation? The previous curriculum has been long and winding, and it has kept our young men and women in TVET institutions for a long time, unnecessarily. So the current implementation of modularized curriculum is having specific timelines. Those who have been enrolled in May, and there are about 66,000 as at 26th of May, they will get a certificate of competence in August of this year. All of them have the same entry behavior. They are all entering at level 3. Even those who have an entry behavior for level 6, they are starting at the same level. Why do we want to do this? We do not want to have supervisors and managers supervising activities that they don't know. So now, in the next, shortly within 1.5 to 2 years, the graduates, those who will have done level 6 will be people who understand the entire system. Right now, those who are in building are starting by mixing mortar and sand, and they are making bricks, and they are laying bricks, they are doing the script, they are setting. As late as yesterday, I was in a workshop where the trainees are able to make fashion items, a skirt at least, a shirt, just after 1 month of training. Previously, it would take them 1.5 years to do that practice. Those are some of the benefits of the modularized curriculum which we are implementing. The State Department has also emphasized on dual training, which was signed as a policy by the Cabinet of the Government of Kenya. So we are implementing dual training as we do modularized curriculum. We are also implementing recognition of prior learning in earnest. Why? Because there are very many people who had been left out. They have the skill, they have the competence, but they don't have the certification necessary to enable them engage in meaningful economic activities at the level where their competency allows them. Chair of the board, county representative, this goes all the way to vocational training centers. The level 3 I'm talking about is actually lower artisan, which is in the county, vocational training centers. We want them to come out with a competence. We have also drastically reduced the training of theoretical content. And we are saying at level 3 and level 4, we cannot have a class for communication. We will not have that one. Those soft skills will be sprinkled as you train the core, because the emphasis is on the core, the doing, not how much literature you can write. So that's an innovation that I'm also introducing to this conference. And I've seen the papers and the abstracts that were sent. We are looking at decolonizing the training. I've seen a paper on that. I've seen another paper looking at creating the digital space in TVET training. Those are innovations that we must support. And I'm happy that in this conference, there are quite a number of papers speaking to this. So, Chair and Madam Principal, I would have said much more, but I'm standing here courtesy of the PS. So before somebody tells her I'm saying my own things, let me read the speech. This is the speech of the PS, State Department for TVET, Dr. Esther Moria, during the 13th conference, International Conference, Research Conference of the Rift Valley Technical Training Institution. It is with great honor and privilege to join you today at this timely and important 13th annual conference organized by the RVTTI with the theme of Shaping Sustainable Future for Enhanced Employability and Resilience, which speaks directly to our shared vision, a future in which employability, resilience are not simply outcomes, but enduring values. Research and innovation conferences play an integral role in supporting Kenya's two bold visions, Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, realization by providing a platform for ideas, exchange of ideas, forging collaborations for technological breakthroughs, and realization of new products in the market. Today we meet at a decisive moment. The rising unemployment, the rapid technological change demand bold, coordinated action in response. The State Department for TVET is undertaking comprehensive reforms, foremost among them, modularization of the competency-based education and training, CBET. Modular pathways support lifelong learning, enable micro-credentials and recognition of prior learning, and make skills development more flexible, accessible, and responsive to the labor market. These curricular reforms are reinforced by the integration of green skills, digital fluency of training. By embracing digital transformation and insisting on accountable, forward-looking leadership in our institutions, we are positioning TVET to empower learners and to accelerate Kenya's transformation to a sustainable, innovation-led economy. Sustainability in curriculum design, leadership, and technology must remain central to our transformative agenda. We will continue to prioritize research and innovation through close collaboration with industry, expansion of dual training models, and continuous upskilling of our trainers. Together with these initiatives, we are turning TVET institutions into engines of entrepreneurial innovation and national progress. I wish to underline the pivotal role of research and innovation, because rigorous research keeps our curriculum aligned with the evolving demands of the job market, while innovation empowers learners to craft practical solutions and launch ventures that drive economic growth and social well-being as per this Vision 2030. As an ESC Center of Excellence and a UNESCO UNEVOC member, RVTTI exemplifies this commitment to inquiry, breakthrough, and development. Ladies and gentlemen, RVTTI's 13th annual conference is timely and comes at a time the government is keen on supporting research and innovation in Kenya. The government recently established a new state department for science, research, and innovation with the aim of supporting and promoting research and innovation across the country. There is a PS for that State Department. RVTTI's 13th annual TVET conference has commendable innovations and research papers. I want to urge all the people of goodwill, development partners and industries to adopt various viable prototypes that have been exhibited here by our trainees and provide mentorship and support so that they can see the products on the market. As we gather here, we do so in the wake of a major milestone in our education and training landscape, the implementation of modularized competency-based education and training, CBET. This shift is more than a policy direction. It is a commitment to relevant, flexible, and excellent in skills development. Innovation is not a luxury. It is a necessity, particularly in the TVET sector, which lies at the heart of economic transformation, productivity growth, and employment creation. Today, we witness rapid technological advancement and pressing environmental challenges. So our ability to adopt and lead through innovation is what will define our success. Through innovation, TVET institutions can serve not only as centers of training, but as hubs of problem solving. Entrepreneurship and green transformation innovation must be embedded in our pedagogy, in our curriculum, in our research, and institutional culture. The modularized CBET approach is a critical enabler in this innovative journey. By focusing on skills mastery, learner-centered design, and industry relevance, TVET allows us to equip learners with the capabilities to thrive in dynamic labor markets. Under this system, learners can progress at their own pace. Training is closely aligned with real-world job demands, and assessment focuses on what learners can do, not just what they know. It also is sustainable and resilient and can be integrated across every occupational area. Ladies and gentlemen, let us harness this system to champion shaping and sustainable future for enhanced employability. Our commitment to sustainability must also be reflected in our research and innovation agenda. Let us encourage our trainers and trainees to undertake action-oriented research that solves local community problems, develops low-cost green technologies, and promotes inclusive digital innovation. It creates jobs while preserving our environment. I challenge every institution represented here today to establish innovation hubs where learners can experiment and find solutions that can be used by the society. Our government development partners and industry must continue to walk this journey with us. So the implementation of TVET and our sustainability agenda require sustained investment, and this will seek for innovative ways of ensuring that we sustain that agenda. Let this conference not end with reports and resolutions, but with prototypes, pilots, partnerships, and purpose. Together, we can shape a TVET system that not only keeps up with the future, but adopts to build it greener, more inclusive, innovative, and more resilient. I applaud TVET, RVTTI's consistent leadership in hosting this annual international conference and its vital contribution to advancing excellence in TVET. Your steadfast dedication continue to shape a more resilient and prosperous future for our young people and for our nation. It is now my singular honor to declare the RVTTI 13th International Annual Conference officially opened. Thank you. Asanteni, I don't say anymore.
Thank you, Chief Guest.
Thank you. I think we need to do a better clap than what we've done. If we are not clapping, we will be asked to come forward and make a similar speech. So let's appreciate him. Okay? Better claps, better claps. Uko nyuma, uko nyuma. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief Principal. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point we have a brief ceremony that we want to perform. As we have been advised and even through our keynote addresses and speeches, you've realized that collaboration is the key. And today we are witnessing the signing of 2 MOUs as a sign of that growth in terms of enhancing collaboration between industries, universities, and other agencies. So, in order to give us the very best in terms of training as well as research and innovation. So, at this point, I want to invite the team. Please set to the table.
Set the table. Chief guest, today we have the National Veterinary Investigation Laboratory, who are actually having a regional office covering 10 counties in the western region of Kenya, and that is in investigatory laboratory veterinary service. RVTTI is to actually foresee the launch of a veterinary course, which will now be aided by that laboratory. And so today we are privileged to be signing an MOU to advance that part. That would be the first MOU signed. The next one is about the Open University of Kenya. Again, they are taking us through, because we have the training part. Our trainers as well as the trainees may benefit a lot from here, because this is also another innovation, because they are doing it virtually. So even from here, we will be able to access the university. So anybody who wishes to advance their courses, careers, and all that will be also privileged to join the Open University, apart from the other universities, of course, that are around. So these are the two MOUs that we are to sign today. And at this point, allow me to welcome our chairman board and the principal, as well as the in charge of the National Veterinary Lab, doctor, and the two officers accompanying him for the signing of this MOU. Karibu sana. Yes? Oh, yeah. You could cut, yeah. Yes, maybe I will give a chance to introduce themselves and then you sign.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Peter Wehui. I'm the officer in charge of the National Veterinary Laboratory in Eldoret.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Benjamin Kandie, Deputy Officer in Charge, NVL, or National Veterinary Laboratories, Eldoret.
Thank you. And on behalf of Rift Valley Technical Training Institute, I'll just, yes, introduce your team. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. The in-charge will be seated to be on the left and the board chair. Then the chief, our peers representative, who is the chief guest, will be at the center, flanked. So thank you. So I think at this point we are all set. So not all UK, yeah? This one is for, yes. All UK. This one.